So what we're going to do here is we're going to go ahead and we've sort of assembled our stuff. Since we're in Hawaii, we use a chopstick. Maybe they're not available everywhere, but this makes a great little mixing tool. And I reuse them so that we don't waste them. I hear there's a shortage of wood. So at any rate, basically what I want to do first though is I want to take my sandpaper and I want to rough up inside here, inside the tube where the handle is going to attach. Okay, and then take your grip and rough that up a little bit. Okay, all right, that's pretty good. So then we take our two-part epoxy glue, and my technique for doing this, and I'm hoping the manufacturer agrees, I put a little more glue inside the tube. So we've got our two parts now going together, equal parts. So there's two parts in there, and then what I do is I just mix it up a little bit, and a little piece of wax paper so that I don't get it all over the place. Pretty down home, you know, we do things in Hawaii a little bit more relaxed, and you might have wanted to wear rubber gloves or something like that. I'm not big on it. Okay, so I'm going to put some inside here, and I'm going to take some up on my chopstick, and I'm going to just spread it all around inside. And I actually make it such that there's more on the inside than on the paddle handle itself. And I actually run some excess in there, and I'll show you why in a minute. I just put a little excess glue in the inside and spread it around. It's kind of wet in there now. And I leave the excess like this. You see how the excess is running in? Okay. Now, I take the grip side and I use the remainder of my glue and I wet the holes, this whole side. So that you make sure that everything is wet with glue. Okay. Then I take it and I put it inside and I keep it over my paper, and if you can get a closer shot you can see that the glue starts to sort of come out a little bit, and I just keep working it so that I make sure that there's glue evenly all over the shaft. Okay, then now the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to look down at the blade, and I'm going to set the blade such that I know that my grip has to be facing up because I'm going through the water with the blade that way. Then I'm going to take off a little of the excess, or all of the excess glue that's on the outside of the, and I'm doing it relatively carefully so I don't spread it all over the place. Okay, that's clean enough. And then I sight down the blade. Put the blade on my sawhorse and I sight down the blade and make sure that the grip is running parallel with the blade. And if you look down there you can kind of see it. So last step for me, so I walk over and I get some black tape, which I should have had in the first place. I get some black tape and I go around the seam. I just put just one wrap of black tape around the seam where the glue was coming out, and then I hang the paddle. I hang the paddle so that gravity will do its work. And whatever excess glue is inside the shaft is going to run down, and that's what I want, is for it to run down and then be trapped in this, so that this area where the grip is connected to the shaft is fully glued. And that's all it takes. That's all there is to it. So now you know how to cut a paddle and how to measure a paddle, and at least by the Jim Hayes Tropical Blends method. I'm sure there's other methods, but that's ours. Alrighty.